questions. Sir, what do the troops say about the surge? Sir, have you asked about the enemy that these troops have faced? Is it a brutal and vicious enemy, sir? Sir, are you pleased with the amount of training that our troops have undergone? Are they fit for battle, sir? Sir, what do the commanders on the ground say about your plan for withdrawal? 808-5600. It's the Sussman Show. We're live and local, and coming up you're going to hear what ABC's reporter encountered when he interviewed Barack, and then also Katie Couric's softball toss. Got a little touchy for Barack. That was from tonight's evening news. It's the Sussman Show on KSFO.
If you could increase the effect.
Good evening. What you just heard was from our local right-wing radio Barack Obama bashing station here in the Bay Area. The right-winger's name is Brian Sussman. So let me see. You got Rush Limbaugh on from 9 to 12 out here. From 3 to 6, you have Sean Hannity. And from 7 to 9, you have Brian Sussman. So I'm telling you, if you're a Barack Obama hater, you could stay on this one particular radio station out here in the Bay Area and be in haters' heaven, because that's all they talk about, Barack Obama. One thing, too, these videos may get cut off because when I do them on YouTube, YouTube gives you 10 minutes exactly, and they cut off. So I've noticed in some of the videos that I've been doing here, I'll get cut off in mid-sentence, I'll get cut off in mid-thought. It's not that I do that, it's only because I'm not watching the time, and 10 minutes fly. Anyway, just to wrap things up today, sometimes when you feel like life is aimless, or you feel as if there's no meaning to your life, or you feel somewhat down or somewhat lost spiritually, I always pick up the Bible, or I'll pick up the Holy Quran and read things there that kind of lift me up and inspire me to sleep peacefully and wake up to fight another day. For example, last night, right before I went to bed, in the Bible here, I read the book of Ecclesiastes, which apparently was written by King Solomon. And as those of you who are familiar with Ecclesiastes, it's a book where King Solomon describes how basically life on earth is no matter how hard you work, no matter how hard you toil, no matter how much pleasure you seek, no matter how much you accumulate, that basically you're going to die, and that's it. All that you've worked for will be given over to people who may not be deserving of your inheritance, people who may not have lifted a finger in their life, but they'll inherit everything that you've earned and worked so tirelessly for. This is interesting, the book of Ecclesiastes, because it's in the Old Testament. And basically, King Solomon's treatise on basically life is hell under the sun, it kind of opens the door later on for the preachings and the ministry of Jesus Christ, who tells mankind that, hey, death and pain and suffering is not the end of human existence. That if you obey God and follow my teachings, that you will have everlasting life. And that type of philosophy later on sets up the stage for the Prophet Muhammad, who tells Muslims and those who believe in Islam that not only if you follow God, Allah as they refer to it, if you follow God, then not only will you have peace and blessings and all that type of thing in heaven, but you can also have it here on earth as well. So it's interesting if you take a look at the Old Testament, New Testament, and Islam. It's really an unbreakable story that's being told. But anyway, right before I went jogging today, I visited my favorite latte coffee shop, and there I happened to sit beside two gentlemen. I guess they were either Lebanese or Portuguese or whatever, but they were engaging in their native tongues. I think it may have been Portuguese. And as I sat down beside them and listened intently to what they were saying between each other, my brain, and sometimes it says or communicates very stupid things. But anyway, as they were talking, my mind said to myself, my mind said, these guys really don't understand each other, do they? I mean, can you believe that? My brain's thought processes as it listened to these two gentlemen speak was, they can't possibly understand each other. I mean, that's that's incredible. That's why I've always been very envious of people who can speak another language. And believe me, I've tried to speak them all. When I was in Ohio, beginning in high school, all the way up to my undergraduate work in college, I've taken Latin, I've taken Spanish, I've taken German, I've taken French, and done miserably in all four. Primarily because my brain fights the idea of memorization. My brain will just, that's why I can never be an actor. Because my mind just fights tooth and nail the idea of memorizing anything. And as you know, if you take a foreign language, there's quite a bit of memorization involved. That's why it's always best to begin understanding and speaking and learning another language as a child, or being around people who speak another language, so that it becomes second nature to you. In Ohio, hell, there were no Spanish people, there were no Chinese people, there were no French. You didn't hear other languages spoken in Ohio. You just didn't have that. Whereas here in California, believe me, had I been brought up in California, I'll guarantee you I would have had several Spanish-speaking friends, and we would have talked. I would have insisted that we speak nothing but Spanish, so that when I got older, Spanish would be secondary to me, a second language to me. But I didn't have that opportunity in Ohio. It's no excuse, but that's just the way things are. So anyway, I just wanted to. I go to work tomorrow, so it's back to normal for me tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to get on one of these little videos or not. I hope you get a chance to read my blog. I think I have some interesting things up there. Beside these videos, I have something dealing with my love and respect for women. I have something on there that deals with the John McCain rejected op-ed piece, which, by the way, you'll see if you go to my blog,